Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, The Graves Girl Chronicles. I am Miss Cass, and I would love to take you on my journey with me as I learn how to live and thrive with thyroid disease. To give you a little bit of background about myself and my diagnosis, I am probably about 10 months, give or take, probably about 10 months out of my diagnosis of both Hashimoto's thyroiditis and Graves' disease. I did not realize that you could have both. To me and most of everything I had read, they seemed like quite contradictory diseases, autoimmune diseases. However, very rare times it does actually happen that you can have both. And I am one of those medical unicorns who is learning to deal with both autoimmune diseases. I had very high hyperthyroidism when I was diagnosed, but I also had about a 4-year struggle of getting to a diagnosis. When I first started having onsets of symptoms, they were relatively subtle, but the biggest thing was just a severe lack of energy, which that in and of itself I know is very nondescript. So trying to get in with a doctor that's going to put all those pieces together sometimes is really hard, I will grant you. But the one thing that's my biggest takeaway from my journey has been to be persistent. You are your own best healthcare advocate. Like the old saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Stay on them, stay persistent, and don't give up. Because if you're not feeling right, if something doesn't feel good, odds are something is wrong and you need to push for that diagnosis. If it's not thyroid disease, you need to find out what it is, because when your quality of life is not there, what is there? I mean, you're not feeling good at all, and you got to figure out what's going on to get really on the right track. And I feel like finally, after the 4 years of struggle, I am starting to get on that right track. And I am about 8 months, give or take, out of radioactive iodine treatment, or the radioactive iodine ablation procedure, to basically reduce the thyroid function, because mine was very overactive and I was not responding well to methimazole. So my only options were radioactive iodine or to have the surgery. To me, it was a very personal decision to go with the radioactive iodine rather than the surgery. But if you are faced with no option but the surgery, you got to do what's best for you. And if that is the case, then we suck it up, we go on, we go through it, and we learn to live with it. And for me, I was a candidate for the radioactive iodine, but I was also exploring the surgery as well, because the radioactive iodine personally kind of put me off. It's a little bit intimidating when you see the videos to inform you about it, that you know you're going to be putting this radioactive substance in your body. And when the medical professionals administering that are in protective gear, and your pill that's compounded for you comes in this lead canister, and they're wearing lead lined gloves to hand it to you, well, you're not wearing lead lined gloves, and they tell you to swallow it, it's a little intimidating, I will grant you. But I responded well. I did. And I have since been put on Synthroid. We are still trying to find that right dosage for me. So I still have some symptoms that I might not otherwise experience once we finally hit that magic number. However, the newest development and secondary whammy that I received was just last month. I did receive from my ophthalmologist a diagnosis of thyroid eye disease, or Graves' ophthalmology. So I have Graves' disease, Hashimoto's, and Graves' ophthalmology. Hence why my eyes are a little bit starey and sometimes a little bit bigger. I've experienced some really intense dry eye. I also have the lid retraction as part of the ophthalmology diagnosis. I am scheduled next month to meet with a leading physician and oculofacial surgeon to discuss next steps on treatment for the eye disease. So I'm excited for that appointment. Hopefully, all goes well and I get some good news. But if the prognosis is that I'm looking at surgery to have a good outcome, well, I guess orbital decompression, here I come, and you all will be on this journey with me. And maybe we can lift each other up, because in this life, we're all each other has. So hopefully the little tips and tricks, makeup tricks, health and wellness advice that I can kind of provide will help get you to a better place and get you to feeling as good as I feel right now. It's a little bit of some dry eyes that are a little bit starey every now and then. Um, but maybe they can help you as much as these trip tips and tricks have really helped me. And I feel like if I can share my story and my journey, and we share and swap all these stories, maybe we can all feel better about ourselves and really learn a way to thrive, because that's what life's all about. It's about feeling good and making our own way, sharing stories, and meeting new people along the way. So, I'm Miss Cass, and hopefully, you all will hit that subscribe button, give this video a like the other videos, and you'll come along on this journey, and we will just become the best of friends. So, see you all on the next video, and have a great day.